Hey YouTube, this is Common back again with another MetaHero video. Thanks for clicking on my video, and for all my new viewers, heads up, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before making any investments. So in today's video, I want to talk about MetaHero, and specifically, why is the price down? What the heck's going on with the project? What do we have to look forward to over the next year? Now, one thing I want to mention is that several days ago, a video was released, actually a live AMA was released on the MetaHero EverDome YouTube channel. I would highly recommend you checking it out. The video is about an hour long, and it does mostly discuss a lot about EverDome, but it did drop a lot of information about MetaHero. Now, one thing I do want to say about MetaHero is I think a lot of people are getting a little bit confused of what the purpose of MetaHero is. I have mentioned this in prior videos, and to quote Rob Grin and his team, MetaHero is the gateway to the metaverse. So as you already know, EverDome is built on Unreal Engine 5, and the setting is a planetary game on Mars, which will allow the purchase and trade of NFTs. To get these hyper-realistic NFTs, such as avatars or real-world objects, they're going to have to be scanned, which will be done with the Meta Scanner in the near future. Now, in this AMA, they did discuss when is the general public going to be able to get scanned, and what was stated was the timeline, and it's going to be in Q4 of this year. Now, this is going to align with what was also stated in this AMA, is when the alpha is going to be available for EverDome, which is going to be at the end of summer or the beginning of fall, somewhere around there, so third, fourth quarter. So this is all going to line together. Back to what exactly is MetaHero going to be used for? As I already mentioned, any person that wants to get scanned, or any person that wants an object to get scanned, or a pet, or whatever your heart's desire is, you're going to have to use MetaHero to pay for that scan in the Meta Scanner. Hopefully there's no confusion with that. I don't understand really what the disconnect is there. I know a lot of people were kind of mad when EverDome came out because they wanted just one token. They thought that they were just buying into one token, MetaHero, and why can't MetaHero be used in the EverDome? Now that was how many months ago now? We're here now. We have two different tokens. It is what it is. So if you are still upset about that, I don't really know what to tell you. Either don't invest or get over it. I mean, there's nothing really to say about it. MetaHero is used to scan people into the metaverse used within the EverDome. And EverDome token is strictly used in EverDome. Now that that's cleared up again, let's head over to the charts and see exactly what's going on with MetaHero. At the time of this recording, MetaHero is sitting at 0.0089, down 11% over the 24-hour, with a market cap of around 70 million. Today's 24-hour trading volume was 6.4 million, and as of right now, we were 96.4% down from its all-time high of 25 cents, but still up 67.5% above the all-time low at 0.0053. Now, obviously, you could read a graph. As I stated, what's going on with MetaHero? To be honest, nothing. And I don't mean that in a bad way. As I mentioned in prior videos, the MetaHero team and the EverDome team are doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's basically it. The entire market is down. We've been in a bear market since November's all-time high of Bitcoin, which, as you can see here, this is the Bitcoin chart, sitting around $22,360 per Bitcoin, down 16.5% today. And as we all know with crypto, everything is tethered to Bitcoin. Even though both MetaHero and EverDome live on the Binance Smart Chain, it doesn't matter. When Bitcoin crashes, everything in the crypto market crashes. The all-time high in Bitcoin, as well as many other cryptocurrency projects, as I said, tethered to Bitcoin, was November 9th, 2021. Ever since then, the market has been down 67%. Now, there are breakout projects, but eventually, once they start sideways trading, they fall in line and start trending with BNB or Ethereum or whatever blockchain they live on, which is tethered to Bitcoin. It's what is. Now, back to MetaHero. How do I feel about this market? Of course, I am upset. As a cryptocurrency holder, investor, enthusiast, I want the market to be skyrocketing. It's not. There's many things happening in the global economy between inflation, war, economic uncertainty, and the list goes on. So the entire market being down is the answer to my initial statement. Now, as you can see here, I'm going to put the overlay for Bitcoin, and you can see the trending patterns. High peaks, dips, and sell-offs, they basically mirror each other. There's a couple areas that break away a little bit. It's almost like you're looking at the exact same chart. Now, in my opinion, what am I doing with my MetaHero? To be honest, since the market is so low across the board, I'm buying a little bit of every single cryptocurrency that I believe in. MetaHero and EverDome are two of them. At the moment, I don't know how far this market's going to go down. As we've seen a second ago, Bitcoin's sitting around $22,000. In my honest opinion, I think we can go down to 16 to 18,000. I'm hoping we don't go any less than that. I know a lot of financial advisors do say that we can go all the way down to 10 to 12,000, but I'm trying to be a little optimistic. I'm thinking the 16 to $18,000 range. But we also have to look at the entire market in general, not just the crypto market, but also the stock market. Usually bear markets, on average, historically, for the past 100 years, if you average them out, they basically last about 1 year and 5 months. That's the actual average. This bear market, it can last for 3 years. It can last for 10 years. It can last for 2 more weeks and we could explode. There's other factors in play. There's a lot of market uncertainty, which have people pulling their money out of the stock markets and the crypto markets and either investing into extremely cautious investments with low volatility or just holding their money in the banks and not taking any risks. Now, some of this speculation may come to rest actually this week, this Wednesday, which will be June 15th. While the consensus expectation for the US Central Bank's interest rate increase at this week's meeting is a 0.5 percentage point higher than expected consumer price index, data last Friday prompted 2 banks, Barclays and Jefferies, to revise their calls for the potential of 75 basis points. Now some are suggesting a full percentage hike is on the table. Once the extreme 50 basis points has now become the expectation. The Fed has been remarkably successful in having 50 the baseline. Now the risk here is the Fed is going too far in the hiking, which could cause an abrupt slowing that requires an about phase. Now I severely gutted this article, but what does this mean? Well, they're trying to do all of this to combat inflation. If you're in the United States, you probably realize that inflation is at about 9.4%. And they speculated that they would have to move 50 basis points to stop the increase of inflation and try to combat it. However, in this article, it's mentioning that they thought 50 basis points would work. That's not going to be enough. Now they're thinking 75 basis points will work, meaning, and I'm quoting my buddy Wes here, this really has to do with the bond market. The value of bonds decreases when the interest rates are increased. And because the interest payments that the bonds pay out become smaller, it becomes more expensive to loan money, so businesses and consumers cut back on spending, which makes it more lucrative to own cash instead of risk on assessments. So if the Fed takes too aggressive approach, this could make the market spiral out of control and tumble even further. As I said earlier, we might not stop at 18 to 20,000 BTC. It might go down to 10 to 12,000 or lower. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. All right, gang, that wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. With MetaHero and EverDome and all projects alike, it's just a waiting game. There's really not a lot of crazy, awesome information to talk about. I do have some cool things to talk about for EverDome, but I wanted to make this more of a MetaHero video because I've been kind of neglecting my MetaHero community, even though there's a lot of overlap between MetaHero and EverDome. But like always, before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and punch that notification bell. It really does help out the channel. And until the next video, take care and have a blessed day.